doing? So I have this download and I want to share it with you because what happens is that I can read what is happening on the collective, in the collective energy and the collective opportunities that are becoming available for shifts in consciousness. And what I see happening is that we get this opportunity to make a different choice that is going to create a trajectory of the direction our lives go. Now, the problem or the challenge with making the choice that is going to lead you on the path of your greatest desires, what it is that you want to experience for yourself, is that when there is subconscious beliefs or programming or conditioning in the background that keeps you from having the clear choice for yourself. And before it's like I'm aware of myself, and I'm aware that when something is happening and I'm having an emotional response, or I feel like a physical sensations in my body, that it's something for me to take a look at, where the experience that's triggering the discomfort or the emotional trigger is actually pointing to me, inside of me, something that I'm believing that's not true. Somewhere that I am, so if you narrow it down to either love or fear, where I am believing more in fear than I am in love. And so, let me just get this light. And so, what's happening right now is, my hair is messy. What's happening right now is that the way that I see these collective consciousness is that it's almost like many people are watching the same movie and it's about to get ejected, or the movie's about to change, right? And the movie meaning your experiences. So we have been passed down from us, from generations and our ancestry before us, consciousness and beliefs and programming and conditioning around limitation, around lack, around things we should be defensive against, or, even if we've learned to take a responsibility for stuff that isn't ours, or we were blamed and we took it on, or, you even grew up in an environment where you were misunderstood or not understood, in those formative years when you don't have the intellectual understanding of how maybe you are a little bit different, you tend to, in the work that I do with energy sensitive people and sensitive leaders, and empaths, is that it's like you took on a belief that there was something wrong with you. Like if you weren't understood, there was something wrong with you. And then in order to fit in through your family, what you did is you took on things that weren't yours. You try to keep the peace. Hi, Susan. And so now what's happening, so what happens is that happens in your formative years. And then you go through life and these underlying coping mechanisms become like a part of who you are on a subconscious level. So if you're feeling stuck in any area of your life, right? So it's like if you grew up like being misunderstood, you might be feeling stuck in bringing your art or your healing out into the world, right? Because you do it different. I mean, I work with, like artists and healers who do their thing, their life, and even naturopath doctors that do things differently, and like really understanding that the uniqueness that they are has to become a part of how they express themselves or how they share themselves out in the world. And so this is where we come up against a stumbling block, is that it's like there's an underlying belief, there's something wrong with me, so then you hold back who you are. But what's happening right now with the collective consciousness, the collective energy, is that it's being like brought up for you to see, for you to reflect back, and for you to make a different choice and for you to let it go. So it's like, it'll show up. And here's the thing, it doesn't show up like these growth opportunities or these opportunities for you to make empowered choices that, shift, what's happening in your life. I mean, like for me, even, it's like I've recognized in my past where I was available for relationships and friendships that were less than respectful. And it wasn't about the other person, it was about what I was available for. And so it was upon, internal review, I recognized some of the beliefs that I had taken on that needed to be shifted. And when I shifted them, so not only the mindset, this is where it's like, you can change your mind and things will change on some things, but if you have an energetic frequency too. You have an energetic body. So if your energetic body is like tuned into like survival and fitting in and, taking on stuff that's not yours and, trying to keep the peace and not rock the boat, then it's almost like that's where you're going to start to feel stuck. That's where stuckness is going to show up. That's where self-sabotage is going to show up. And so what I want to offer you today is that to take a look at the opportunities that are coming to you now, for you to take a different choice, for the disruption that's happening in your life, for the chaos that's happening, for the way that your friendships or your relationships are triggering you, or the people that are triggering you, where there is an emotional upset or, an energetic physical reaction to like an experience. Because there are no victims. The things that are happening are not happening to you. They're happening for you. So if your, ex and the new girlfriend show up, they're not doing it to you. You're part of your relationship with your higher self has called in this experience so that you can get triggered and take a look at what is the lie that I'm telling myself that is causing me upset, right? Because as we're moving forward, as you're evolving into this life experience, as you are expanding, unveiling, like living more of your fullest essence out into the world, some of the stuff you can't take with you. You can't take with you that you're not worthy. You can't take with you that you're not good enough. You can't take with you that, you have to have this, that, and the other thing, or you're too much, or you're not enough. You can't, none of it, no lack, no limitation, anything in fear, you're not meant to be bringing it with you. And so, hi, Paula. And so, another example, it's like, if it's like you get triggered and there was an opportunity where it's like you could have spoken up, right? But because there's like internal energetic programming that says alert, alert, anytime you get close to some kind of like confrontation or something. And here's what happens. The longer that you hang on to this stuff, the more distorted it becomes in your own mind. So it's like you're actually starting to try to defend yourself against things that like are definitely not there. And the perception that you're seeing through your eyes of your experience are actually causing you more pain. So pain is your indicator. Discomfort is your indicator. And it's not going to get resolved with the person outside of you. It's an indicator for you to go inside of you. And so, as we're wrapping up this year, as we've just moved through the full moon, as we're going into, the winter solstice and into the next year, it's almost as like, it's potent time for you to be, supported, which sometimes it doesn't feel very supported. It doesn't feel very fun. And sometimes it feels very uncomfortable, but it's like, it's your ticket to freedom. It really is. And the more self-aware you become about the ways that you get triggered and the ways that your patterns show up, right? Because what you see is like, you might get a little, you might hear a video like this and you might get a little triggered, and then it might happen again. And then maybe you'll remember, oh wait, Kellyanne said, because what's important is like, sometimes it's disruptive. Sometimes it causes chaos. But those are the times actually where you can, and this is what I work with my clients in, is that you could take the energy that's being churned up from chaos and put it into creation. Susan says huge energies. Yeah, huge energies and huge opportunities, right? You are an alchemist. You are the energy alchemist. You are the emotional alchemist. Everything that is happening, within you is for you. And these opportunities to be able to literally shift the trajectory of your life. And, some of these ways that, like the subconscious beliefs that like you're wrong or you're not enough or there's something wrong with you, it's a way that you are, a lot of people that I'm working with as far as like the healers and the artists and the entrepreneurs, is that that's a way that you kind of like subconsciously hide, or you hit that glass ceiling, right? Because it's like, if you are believing there's something wrong with you, you're going to create like this veil or this wall around you, and you're only going to be able to get so far in your experiences, whether it be in love, whether it be in money, whether it be attracting your clients or filling your workshops, right? Because it's like people can't see you because you're hiding behind you. You're hiding behind these protections of like, I don't want anybody to see what I believe is wrong with me. And so essentially what I'm saying to you is that what's happening right now is the experiences are coming up for you to get shaken up a little bit, for you to get triggered, for you to go inside and say, oh, okay, what am I believing about myself that isn't true? Everything that's happening out here is for me. Nothing is happening to me. It is happening for me. And I am being given another chance, another opportunity. Can I choose love, or am I going to choose fear? Am I going to choose love, or am I going to choose fear? Right? And so when you choose love, it's like you're being given the opportunity to release the lies about yourself, and to powerfully choose that, what it is that you do want to believe about yourself. Just because somebody told you something about who you are, it doesn't mean it's true. You actually get to decide. But what's happening is because you learned that long ago, you've carried the beliefs forward. And then because you carried the beliefs forward and you're holding that energy of it, you're actually continue to attract the experiences to reflect back to you. So you are fucking powerful. And what I would love to do is to show you how to flip that all around. And so that you can be powerful in creating more of the experiences that you do want, and to be, how to work with your own energetic frequencies to create change from the chaos and disruption that comes up, and to learn how to ride these waves of, ascension and expansion, so that, you're not being taken over by the undertow or the big waves. So know that everything that's happening right now is happening for you. Like, tune in. What am I believing about this? Because if you just stick to the facts about what is happening, right? Like, your friend just asked to, participate in something, or your ex is simply at the same store that you're at, or, your car just got a flat. It doesn't mean that the world is against you or people are trying to fuck with you. No, like, actually, there's a part of you that's trying to fuck with you in a way that you can like let go of this stuff that isn't true. It's not true about you. So a lot of this comes from the subconscious beliefs that we hold within to keep ourselves protected and safe. And if you would like to have some support in identifying some of that, that is my superpower. I read the energy instantly. I could see where the discord is. We do the healing, and then it goes into creation. And I teach you how to work with your energy, how to work with your frequencies, how to work with your gifts. There's so many people that, because of like coming up in this life where it's like, they believe that there's something wrong with them. And then they look at other people who have these like, extra senses or gifts, or they're killing it in their business. And they're like, why can't I do it? Well, it's because likely you're trying to do it a way someone else is doing it and not doing it your way. And your way is so easy that you're probably dismissing it. Like your gifts, superpowers, and talents are probably so simple and like natural for you that you don't even recognize the power and the impact that you have. And then when you stop looking at what other people are doing and really claim like who you are, it's like, and that it does get to be easy, and that it's okay, that it's easy, and that life is good. Like you drop into flow, and things just start happening. And the people that are in alignment and energetic frequency to this new match of who you are, just like confident and fearless and empowered and, trusting and in flow, like your life starts to reflect from there. And it all happens within. It's not going to happen when you're pointing your finger and you're mad at your friend or your family member or your, Phyllis, it makes sense. Awesome. Oh, did I miss any other comments? Good. I'm so glad that this makes sense for you. Hi, Teresa. So it's like when you're pointing your finger at something else outside of you, it's like that's another indicator that you're giving your power to something else. So again, victim consciousness is coming up for review. It's like, so many people are watching the same movie. It's like coming up to be ejected and like, shed. A lot of this is learned behaviors. Hi, Lisa. A lot of this is learned behaviors and beliefs, and it's coming up to be let go, and you're being given the opportunity. So anytime that you're feeling something, anytime you see yourself pointing your finger, or anytime there's an emotional trigger, it's an indicator to go inside. And what am I believing about this? And then making a different choice. And that's going to give you the opportunity to trajectory into a whole other life experience, because I can promise you, that's what, it's just law. What are you saying? Afternoon, Christmas, happy face camel. Oh, happy hump day. I might be missing some of that, but that's great. Is today Wednesday? Yeah. Anyway, so I just wanted to let you know that Unveiled is open, and there is a bonus call before this Saturday, which means, so together for the Unveiled, 6 weeks, you and I, private mentorship, 24/7 access to me. We're going to be like clearing the underlying beliefs, the subconscious patterns that are in the background, tuning you into your gifts, your magic, your talent, and having you like clearing all the stuff that keeps you from feeling confident, empowered, and fearless and moving forward, and getting to that space of unveiling all of who you are. Now I know we're in the middle of the holidays. We could start anytime, definitely no later than the 6th. So if you want to grab that bonus call, which means you're going to get a whole extra call from me and a whole extra week of 24/7 support, which is like a $350 value, then you're going to want to snag that before this Saturday. And like I said, we could start now or the first week of January. It's going to be 6 weeks. And, when that crap is cleared from your background, when you have the awareness of like what comes up and how you could shift it and how to work with your energies, because I'll tell you, when what I see happening, this is more coming through right now. What I see happening for people is that when they're going through the shifts and something gets disruptive, they go into that comfort zone. And what I'm saying to you is that there's a way to move through that chaos and that disruption to use the energy for creation. And, I want to show you how to do that, because it's like, that's where you get in those cycles, right? You hit up against the glass ceiling and then you come back. You make so much money and then you come back. Your patterns of relationships are 3 months and then they break up, 3 months and then they break up, right? So what are the patterns? So that's the thing, is like, I read the patterns, we clear what's going on underneath it, trajectory with choice, your empowered choice, because your superpower is choice. And yeah, like, you are the creator of your life based on what's going on in your beliefs. So if there's things running in the background, let's clean them up. Yeah. And let's have some fun working and playing together and unveil all of who you are. Bring yourself into this next year, like, feeling freaking empowered and fearless and confident and like really in charge of like creating your life. I have so much more to share about this. So we've had a little bit of a sinus thing. So there's more to come, but I definitely needed to bring this through today. And Phyllis says, I gained some weight and machines, so I pull it and then my business slows down. Yeah, right? So it's like, Phyllis, can you just like love yourself anyway? Love yourself wherever you are. And then also, like, take a look at like, what are some of the beliefs that you have around food? What are some of the beliefs that you have around weight in regards to like how it happens? Because you're like a supercomputer, and the food going in, I'm going to cough. The food going in is going to respond based on what you believe about it. So, especially now, like, here we are with the holidays and lots of parties and lots of celebrations. Like, if in the back of your mind you're thinking, I need to restrict, I need to limit myself, I'm allergic to this, I'm going to get fat if I do that, I've already eaten too much carbs, blah, 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 then your body is going to respond in that way. And again, you're a supercomputer, and your body is operating based on the inner programs that you've got in there, and you can shift them. You can. It's true. I've done it. You guys have probably heard me before where I've lost and kept off 100 pounds because I did the inner work, and I, cleared what felt like keeping me safe. with extra weight. So, doing the emotional work. So if there's a part of you that knows that you are meant to be sharing more of who you are in the world, you're meant to be having, more of an impact with the gifts that you have, if you feel like you've been stuck and like pounding your head against like, what is my thing? Like, what is my thing? And like, there's so much more power inside of you. There's so many people I talk to and they're like, yeah, I'm actually afraid of my power because I'm afraid of, what'll happen or how other people will get annihilated. And you know what? That's just your smallness talking. That's just like you're limited. That's just your fears talking. It's not true. And so, yeah, let's do some work together. It's called Unveiled. The link is in my header photo. Check it out. Feel into it. Let it see what it stirs up. Like I said, I know we're in the middle of the holidays. The latest we can even start is January 6th. And if you purchase by the Saturday 12/21, you get a full whole week of 24/7 support with me and an extra call, which is like $350 value. Consider it my birthday present to you, which is Sunday the 22nd. So anyway, peace be with you. I don't know why that's coming out right now, and it's not even something what I say. Yeah. Oh man. I'm probably, there's more than I want to share. I started waking up this morning with downloads, and I'll share this now because it did pop in, and maybe it's for somebody who's going to listen to this now or it's going to be in the replay. But as I was coming in this morning, I was getting a download for this live, and I was being shown somebody, like it was somebody's dog was coming through. There was this big white furry dog coming through and saying, it's like they were just showing me the owner was just like crying and feeling frustrated and feeling like stuck. And so I might be channeling your dog right now, and your dog knows that you're not meant to be suffering. You're not meant to feel stuck. And you're being invited to come out of that loop and to really step into your power and to let yourself like be the fullest expression, because so much of this is about, the resistance that we have. A lot of the suffering is so much about the resistance. So anyway, Teresa says it all becomes endless sharing goodness, and you're doing well today for excellent tips. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Yeah, it does become endless, like sharing goodness. The other thing that I want to say is inside that, the Unveiled 6-week course, also private 1-on-1, and you're going to be getting the activation. Activation is also valued at $500, and read more about that on my website too, because those are just powerful as far as, like fast, quick, effective shifts in your mindset, in your energetic frequency, in your consciousness. It's funny, actually, I started talking about it and my sinuses start to clear up a little bit. Yeah. So, but the last thing I want to say is, piggybacking on what Teresa's saying, is it becomes like this magic life. Like I joke, like I live a magic life, and like clients that have worked with me, like I was with one over the past weekend, and she's just like, it's magic life. Like it's just magic. Life is magic. And it's not because like, I don't know, they hit the 6-figure business or something. It's like, no, it's because everything that's happening in their life is coming with flow and ease, and they're receiving things that they didn't even know that they asked for, but it's like the thing that they wanted. And same thing for me, like the magical people and the connections that are coming in. I could go on and on. So all I can say is I just emphasize that what is coming up for you right now, take a look at it, go inside, like really take this opportunity. I know sometimes like going inside, it's like I've seen some stuff with myself. I'm like, damn, I'm still holding on to that. And that's where just like losing weight, it's like, gaining weight is just like love myself anyway. Like I'm on this human journey. I'm on this journey of remembering like who I am, and hating on it or having regrets or shame is not going to support me in like the realization of like who I really am. So I offer that to you too. Like love yourself through this whole time, take advantage of what comes up and like shift it and powerfully choose for yourself what it is that you want to, that path that you're in. Because when you make these choices, I'm telling you, it's like you make a choice and literally it's like you're in a whole new movie. And then you're in that movie and you're like, ooh, I want to make an adjustment there. And then you're in a whole other new movie. Sounds, you know, if I was listening to myself about 10 years ago, I think that I would be a little bit crazy, but I've been living this, and the community that I'm, you know, creating and a part of, whether it be in person, online, is, you know, also getting to experience some of this as well. And it gets to be a magic life. So take advantage of it, take advantage of this energy. And if you have any questions, if you end up like watching the replay, post them down below and I will come back and say hi. So thanks for tuning in and for all of the love hearts and your participation. And I'm so glad that you're here.